Do we even need to do this? For the sake of tradition, yeah. Now listen, Drag Race España is not part of the main RuPaul's Drag Race franchise, and it's not a spin-off judged and hosted by RuPaul, so it doesn't go by the same criteria as those seasons, and so it may be unfair that I'm doing this and that I have not done Thailand, back when it was airing of course, Holland and Canada, but there is a reason for this. Now, you may have to correct me in the comments, but it's very possible that this season is going to be the first ever regular Drag Race season where the winner is statistically the best competitor. Now, I cannot remember if Envy Peru was the best on Holland, so again, please do correct me in the comments, but I'm 100% sure that neither one of Bibi Zaharbine, Vivian, Natalia, Priyanka, and Kiramin were the best competitors on their season. And as I've said with Drag Race España, that may change. Let's get to our answer as we always do with the 3 categories. The first one asks who had the best track record, meaning by the end of the season, who had the most points, using this point system based on the queen's placements each episode. The second category asks who was consistently the best in the competition, or as I infamously call it, who was the top of the competition the most. You can also ask who was the front runner the most. Basically, as the queens earn points each episode, each one of those episodes there is going to be a queen with the most points. And so we're looking at who had the most points the most times. Hopefully I made myself clear this time. Lastly, who had the best storyline? Whom did the producers choose to showcase the best storytelling wise, and who, as a result, had the best story from beginning until the end? Let's not waste any time, and let's start immediately with the first category. Out of the top 3 queens, the best track record is Carmen Farala's. Before I reveal what her overall score and what her PP score is, let me give you some stats. Carmen won 4 mini challenges, almost beating Detox's record. However, as Carmen won 4 out of 7 mini challenges, proportionately she does beat the said record. Furthermore, if we count those wins as, well, again, some sort of a win, Carmen won something this season in 5 out of the 7 episodes that she competed in. She also spent 5 out of the 7 episodes above the safe placement and was never below it. No, she was not low in episode 3, that was pure gaslighting by the judges for leaving her in that bottom 3. Carmen's track record is actually the reason why I chose to make this video, because she now set the record for the best track record, and I genuinely don't believe this record is ever going to be broken. She actually did better than Ben de la Creme on All Stars 3. Like, think about that. So, Carmen Farala Legend earned 33 points in the span of 7 episodes, making her PP score 4.714285 recurring. Now, of course, Carmen's score is helped by the mini challenge wins. But again, hey, they're just those little wins that help it. Without them, she still has an impressive PP score of 4.142857 recurring, which is slightly below Bianca's score of 4.3. But honestly, with the competition she had, Carmen would have earned a couple of more wins if the season had been longer. Let me just show you how embarrassingly low her opponents are compared to her score. Yeah. The second category brings us 3 queens. 2 of them were the top of the competition only once, or in 1 episode, and at that, one of them shares her spot with the queen in the first place, who almost was the top of the competition in every single episode. You already know who the top queen is, but let's reveal the other 2. So first, Ugaso shares his frontrunner spot in the first episode with, well, Carmen. You already knew that, and that's about it when it comes to Ugaso. The queen that broke Carmen's streak is Poopy, and she did so in the 5th episode, when she was able to get the mini and the maxi challenge wins, while Carmen was just safe with a mini challenge win. I mean, travesty all around that Carmen did not get as many of good critiques as Dovima, and so we had to count her as safe and Dovima as high, but that's a story for another day, and for another video, maybe, if you are interested. Carmen wins this category as well, being the queen with the most points in episode 1 with Togasio, but also solo in episodes 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. Just to show you how much Carmen dominated the season, I also made this graph where you can see the maximum score per episode, meaning hypothetically if a queen were to win every single maxi challenge and every single mini challenge, how many points she would have each episode, and then comparing that to the highest score of that episode. Yeah, Carmen was only 9 points away from the maximum score of the season in the last episode. That's fucking impressive. And lastly, who had the best storyline? Sagittaria kind of had a storyline with Dovima, which is why they kept Dovima on for so long, even though there was no rhyme or reason behind it. But we never actually saw development in there. It was just like, oh look, they're friends again. Let's watch them torment Togasio for no reason. Let's do that. Killer Queen kind of had a coming out of her shell storyline, but for the first part of the season, she was literally just there. Like, literally, just there. Killer Queen, more like Filler Queen. That was the edit that she got. Carmen started out the season with the story of, oh, she's a competitive perfectionist. Kind of like Trinity the Tuck. And then throughout the season, we saw a much softer side to her. Kind of like Trinity the Tuck on season 9. Especially in the 6th episode, when she fully gave Dovima her look for the runway, and then created another runway look on the spot, and won the episode. With all of that said, she also had a funny, playful rivalry with Poopy, which is honestly the best part of the season. So yeah, best storyline, Carmen. Best anything, Carmen Farala. So let's see, who should win this season? I mean, Carmen. But if the curse of season 1 continues, the winner is probably going to be Sagittaria, or one of the Javis, or Dovima. Yeah, sure, why not, Dovima? Let's go all the way with the favoritism of her and just crown her at the end. Why not? I would never stop laughing. And that's it. That's the video. Thank you for watching.